Mandel at the Bellworks. It is my honor and privilege to introduce Kevin Smith, Jay Muse, Jay and Silent Bob Gettold
10th Anniversary Edition Show!
Every saga has a 10-year anniversary, ladies and gentlemen, and this is what happens when Jay and Silent Bob get old. I'm Kevin Smith.
Jay Muse!
Welcome, kids. This is a very unique evening where we get to celebrate a man who's been living clean for 10 years by all potentially getting dirty ourselves, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for courageously coming out in the midst of a pandemic to celebrate an anniversary, a very important anniversary, man. Many years ago, in this very neck of the woods, I met a filthy little boy who would say dirty things to me, and I said, I see my future in your eyes. And 26 years later, we're still doing it, but this podcast is celebrating its 10th anniversary, man. 10 years, which means that he's also been clean and sober for 10 years. Give it up for Jason Mewes.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
When we get to Monmouth County, we're staying in Navesink, of all places and stuff. We
Right
got
by
a little
the duck
Airbnb
pond.
house and shit, about a duck pond and stuff, where we used to make out back in high school, not together with others, although we thought about it a few times.
Yeah.
So, you know, as we were coming in, I was
No, wait. It's the funny thing is because it's where Kevin used to make out, and it's where my mom used to bring me to feed the ducks, but she used to throw like her stolen mail in the garbage in the fucking water. So she would steal mail, and if like trying to get credit cards and like money and shit, and if it was just like regular birthday cards that with no money, she'd like rip them up and throw them in the duck pond and shit. I'd be throwing bread, she'd be throwing fucking shit.
Did you ever wonder what happens with the mail that some rando stranger steals out your box, ladies and gentlemen? Winds up in the duck pond.
The ducks eat it. This is so you know we've been sort of stuck in the house. There hasn't been school for the kid really as until like late, like the last week and a half or so. She's gone back. So she's gone back like 7 times. So my point is there's been a lot of us waking up, not a whole lot of things for either one of us to do but be in the house together, quarantined with the kid. I try to entertain the kid, try to hang out and play, and I do stream. I get to get away a little bit and stream. But at nighttime, you know, after a long day of that, my wife's sending emails and I'm running around with the kid and trying to keep her busy, I always put the kid to bed. And the kid, I'll lay with her and she just talks. She'll lay in bed. I'll read like 4 books and then I'll turn out the lights off. It's time for bed. I try to always get her to bed by 8 o'clock. 7:30, we get in bed, start putting her to bed. And I hope that she's asleep by 8. But every time when the lights out at 8, books are read, she'll be like, Dad, you know, who's
Dad,
your mom?
when are we going to New Jersey, Dad? It's a land of Frozen.
Exactly.
I want to meet Olaf in Redback,
But
Dad.
and she started asking me weird questions like this. Hey, so if your mom is Gail, and then you have another Grandma Gail, my Grandma Gail, and I have Grandma Adrian, how do I have 3 grandmothers? Because she calls it your Gail, mother-in-law Gail, and Byron, Grandma Gail, and Pop. And then
So
she's
she counts them.
She knows, yeah. So I'm just saying she's starting to ask these, and I'm like, well,
She's starting to figure out. She's like, wait, who are we really related to?
Exactly.
She's like, because in this COVID shit, blood only.
And then she's asking about my cousins and aunts and who's an aunt. How is she my aunt? Well, I'm like, all right, well, your sister and my mom and your mom and this mom and this mom. Anyway, so she just talks.
You're like, hey, why don't you fucking like take one of those 21andMe tests and fucking leave me alone? I don't know.
Go to bed, damn it.
Yeah, go to sleep.
So, you know, I'll try
Is that a way that she tries to stay asleep, or is she legit curious?
She's legit curious, but she tries to stay awake. But then she'll be like, all of a sudden I'll think she's asleep, and I'll go in the room and shit. And, you know, there's plenty of nights where, like, the last example I'll give you, this is probably about 10 days ago, maybe 12. You know, I tried to get her to sleep, and the wife, right before I go, why don't you put her to sleep? You get her to bed faster, and I'll be waiting in here. I was like, it's been a few days. And, you know, I pull my putt out, and I give it a little shake. So when I want to have sex and shit, I don't like, my old lady don't like it when I'm like, yo, let's fuck later. She's like, don't say that.
Has she not seen our movies?
And if I'm like, let's have sex, she's like, ew, don't say it that way.
She don't even like you to say, let's have sex?
No, so now I just got to pull it out and go.
That's foreplay?
Well, that just means like, hey, I'm ready. Let's get
sure
this.
fucking
you know?
means something.
And either she turns around and she goes, I'm not fucking you, or she'll be like, and that
she
means
signals
sure.
you like a fucking catcher.
Yeah, so I'm like, can you put the kid to bed, and maybe the kid will get to bed early, and I'll be waiting in here. She's like, and then of course my kid's like, I want daddy to put me to sleep. I want daddy to put me to sleep. And she's like, don't worry, I'll be here. Just you go do that. So you know, it's like I go to put Logan to bed this night. It's about 12 days ago. I go to put her to bed and shit, and she's like talking to me. Finally, she stops talking, and a few minutes go by, maybe 3 or 4, and I'm like, all right, she's asleep. So I get up and I start creeping out the door and shit. I get in the room and I come in and I'm like, yo, baby, I'm here. And then she's like, oh, she's asleep? I'm like, yeah. And all of a sudden I hear, daddy, daddy. I'm like, oh shit, wait. And then like I go back in and then I lay down and I'm like, what's wrong? And she's like, I'm not tired, I can't sleep. And I'm like, she's like, my brain just keeps going and going.
She's like, who else are we related to?
Exactly. She does it. She tells me that she thinks, she's like, my brain moves too much. It's thinking too much. And then all of a sudden, this is where she
You're
tries
like,
to,
I have quite the opposite problem.
she tries to bamboozle me. She's like, listen, I have to go to the bathroom. And I was like, what do you mean right now? She's like, yeah, I have to go poo.
Does she say it like that where she's like, listen. Listen, old
She
man,
does.
I got to go to the bathroom.
She does.
Anyone that starts a proposition with, listen, probably sus. Might be trying to get
maybe she doesn't
advantage.
say listen. But she does whisper. It's funny. She doesn't want anyone to hear.
Yo, pigeon, come here. Listen to me. I'm shitting and you're watching. Let's go.
No, but she wants. This is the issue, and when me and the wife butt heads about other stuff, she brings this all the time. And you got our fucking kid. You know, she has to watch TV when she goes to the bathroom because of fucking you. She sees fucking you doing it because I like to sit on the toilet, right, with my fucking squatty potty and shit, knees up, fucking ass down, balls swinging, and I like to watch my iPad. You know what I'm saying? And so like the kid will come in.
In case you're unfamiliar with how us men folk take a shit, ladies
and it's so
gentlemen.
funny. My kid comes running in all the time. She'll be like, I'm telling mommy you're watching TV, and then I was like, and then she'll stand here and she'll go, what game you playing? What are you doing? You know, and she'll want to watch it. I'm like, let me get some privacy. And she'll be like, no, I just want to see. And I'm like, let me get some privacy. And then she'll be like, okay. And she's so funny because so I'm all over the place because she's hilarious. So anyway, so my wife yells at me about that. But anyway, she goes, I have to go to the bathroom.
Okay.
So I'm like, but it's time for bed. She's like, I just want to go to the bathroom. So we go in the bathroom, and I was like, all right, you're just going to go pee, and then we'll go to bed. She's like, no, Dad, I have to go poo. Can you give me your phone? And I'm like, no, I'm not giving you
I
your phone.
want to poo on it.
Yeah. No, she wants to watch the show. She wants to
while
play
she's doing
games
it.
and shit.
Last thing you want to do is hand a kid taking a shit a phone. I'll tell you that much, particularly if it's your personal phone.
Fair enough. But then she's like, look, I can't go if you don't give it to me. I'm like, oh, all right. I just want her to go and like go. So then it's funny because I hand her my phone.
It's a laxative of sorts. Give her the phone. She got to take a shit.
Yeah, I give her the phone, and she wants to play It's Miraculous, where they run and they get the coins and they have to jump over buses and move and slide. You know, there's a bunch of games on it. Anyway, so I give her the game, and then she goes, you know what to do. And I'm like, okay, what she wants is her thing is she's like, you know what to do. She wants me to put her hair in a bun, right? And then I have to get out of the bathroom. And if I'm like, well, I'm just going to stand here and wait till you're done. She's like, no, you have to get out. But she'll sit in there with me when I'm gone. But anyway.
So wait a second. I'm just desperate to follow this. When you shit, she'll diligently sit by.
Yes.
And you like this.
No, I don't like it. I ask her to go. I
And she
ask her to
won't.
get out.
She's like, I fucking.
Yeah. She's like, fuck you. I'm going to stay here. And then finally she'll leave. But when she goes.
But when it comes time for her to shit,
Ow.
your job is to give her your phone, put her hair up, and fuck off.
Yes, yeah. And that's it. She doesn't even ask me. She goes.
Are we talking about your kid or your wife? Because
No, it's my kid. And she says straight up, you know what to do. Yeah, that's right.
she's like, hey, listen. You know what to do.
So I go out trying to get her to done. So I come out and shit. My lady's sitting in the bedroom sewing. I was like, she's like, come on, why don't you go into bed? I'm like, I'm trying. I was like, you just stay awake. I was like, maybe play with it a little bit, get working for me and shit. She's like, fuck you. I'm like, all right, sorry.
You can't catch
don't
a
tell
break
me
from
what to do.
either of the women in your
No,
house.
dude, no. And so finally I go in, the kid's not done, the kid's finally done. I go, come on. So I get her and I wipe her butt and I put the phone away. We get back in bed, I lay down and shit, and I'm like, she's like, tell me a story. So I try to make up stories and then she gets mad at me. She's like, all right, just sing me songs, because she thinks I'm a shitty storyteller.
Really?
Yeah, she thinks I'm a shitty storyteller. Because
She should never listen to this fucking podcast. She'll be very surprised.
She also questions me about, I'm like, once upon a time, there was a unicorn that was purple and had a big horn. She'll be like, unicorns aren't purple, dummy. Like, she don't call me dummy, but she'll like question it. So anyway, she's
Sounds like
like
a head of a studio.
she's like, rub my back. So I finally get her to sleep, and I'm like, oh shit. And then I'm like, I just wanted to go to bed. It's been like fucking 45 minutes. My wife's still got to be awake waiting for me and shit. And I'm ready to go now. I like get up and shit. And as soon as I step out the door and close the door, already, because I'm thinking as Tuesday, I take those 5 steps into our bedroom. No lie, my shit the flesh starts going, like blood starts flowing. It's like boom, 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 boom.
You start getting
and I start getting some
anticipatory
wood.
for the
Yeah.
sex that's a mere few feet
Oh,
from
and
the
the
room.
wood's getting there and shit, and it's ready to go and shit. And I fucking bust open the door, and I'm like, let's go. And I pull my pants down. I look up, no lie, she's fucking drooling. She's like, and I'm like, fuck! And I go in and I grab the kid and I start fucking shaking. I'm just kidding.
This is your fault! I was supposed to get laid tonight! I don't care who your fucking cousins are!
So should we call the first contestant?
We shall. The first person, ladies and gentlemen, that Mr. Jason Mewes is going to fuck with. You saw him early this evening. He got our festivities going. He is Dante himself, without whom there is no Viewers universe, and we got fucking nothing. Give it up for Mr. Brian O'Halloran.
What up? This is weird. Is this Brian Johnson's little teaser to Vulgar 2?
Yes. Everyone's going to watch you fuck again.
Yeah. Is he going to make hate to me?
Yes.
I just want
Sweet
to
hate.
some observations of tonight watching it outside.
Tell us.
I want to thank you guys. First of all, congratulations for 10 years of being together.
Thank
for
you.
doing this.
Thank you,
Thank
sir.
you.
Over 10 years for your sobriety. I know I see you on the road all the time with the cons, and we're missing each other, our connection that way.
No.
But I think this has been therapeutic for me, because now, whenever I'm in traffic and I'm hearing horns blasting, I'm going to think they're just laughing at something I said that's very funny.
Exactly.
Did you come up with a position?
Have you come up with a position?
I've always liked the pitcher position.
Oh, yes, but we need a name for the...
Correct.
Yes.
I think this would go over very well. I'm not even supposed to be fucking here tonight.
Beautiful.
Right?
Beautiful.
Thank you.
Are
Thank
you guys going to go figure out what that is?
All right. All right.
You've got something?
I think so.
Sir.
Here we go, man. Brian O'Halloran and Jason Mewes are going to show you the name of the sexual position. The first sexual position is called...
I'm not even supposed to be having sex here today.
Let us... Oh, that's you.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Ready? Let us fuck. I forgot there's no music.
Now, hold on. Let's just put a pause. I just realized there's no fucking music.
Yeah.
Which is going to make it unsettling and creepy as fuck. So hold on. I got to give you something, man.
Please.
That would be haunting, to just watch you two fucking silently hump each other.
So to set the scene, oddly, we're in a convenience store location. This is the convenience store counter. I am the convenience store clerk.
What a fucking
Weird.
stretch.
Yeah, I know, right?
All right, here we go. I think I got a song,
Here
man.
we go.
Here we go.
I might have to stop it lest we... Oh, no, you know what? They won't play this part on the podcast because nobody can see it.
Yeah.
All right, man, fuck. Then if you're going to fuck, let's do it right. How about a little Marvin Gaye? Take it away, Jay. Say, let us fuck.
Let us fuck.
You love it when I get so high and drop that ass so low. Make you sit right here. Now you can't go back home. You love it when I get so high and drop that ass so low. Make you sit right here. Now you can't go back home. You love it when I get so high and drop that ass so low. Make you sit right here. Now you can't go back home. You love it when I get so high and drop that ass so low. Make you.
it up for him, ladies and gentlemen. All right, you probably saw him running around earlier, but we certainly mentioned him, man. He's here tonight, and he's the reason that you can all hear us, and he's the reason people are going to hear us on the podcast at home. Hopefully he is recording this. Give it up for one half of the shared universe, ladies and gentlemen. Our second guest fucking contestant for Let Us Fuck, Mr. Ming Chen.
What's up, everybody? What's up?
How are you, sir?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Now, Ming was very happy earlier this evening because he was like, I was like, this place is great. And he was telling me about the facility. And he's like, they're letting us open a pop-up version of a shared universe in here. After he fucks you, they're going to pull that fucking offer, dude.
Yeah, I think probably. And then I called it the hipster mall. They might pull it after that as well. So.
That's good. It is a hipster mall. I would hire you for advertising.
Yeah.
Okay. You're going to fuck Jason. You get to pick the name since you're the guy that's going to take him inside of you.
Oh,
What
man.
is the name of the sexual
This
position?
one's going to be tough. I'm going to play with the hot hand. I've been watching the Cobra Kai TV series on Netflix.
Nice.
We're going to call this the wax on, wax off.
Wax on, wax off, ladies and gentlemen. Go figure out what that'll look like.
All right, I think we got this. You ready? All right,
You
we're
ready for this?
This one here, if you can get it, so we too close to the camera now, though. Oh, we're good. Okay. So yeah, let's we'll start this. Yeah. Okay. Ready?
All right, man. Here we
Ready
go.
the mic, for ready?
For that, for propage.
No, just let us for this.
Here we go. The
That could be
second.
faster music. Sorry.
Faster music?
Can it be like maybe it could be
Give the best around.
Oh, fucking Mortal Kombat? Let's see. Hold on. Mortal Kombat theme song.
or best around.
All right, hold on. I'll pause it. We can start it proper. Is that the right one?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it starts to kick in the second where it's like.
Did it? All right. The second sexual position of the evening, ladies and gentlemen, is entitled
Wax on,
Wax On, Wax Off. Take it away, Mr. Jason Mewes.
Let us fuck.
Test your art. Test your art. Test your art. Fight.
Give it up for him, ladies and gentlemen. Well, that'd be weird. I'm like, we're going to put the mic down, talk amongst yourselves. No, I think we'll be able to figure. It's going to be fucking quick. I'll tell you that much. We can figure this one out. Here, I'll whisper in your ear. I have to explain that twice? Come here.
Okay.
Fair enough. I've always wondered, is that what it's like when you go do it with other people?
Yes.
But you're the one that comes up with the shit.
I'm like, and then
Into the mic.
Yeah, and then I'm like, yeah, let's do this, and then we'll do this, and then some. Usually they'll be like, okay, and then I'm like, yeah.
All right, kids, you're watching history tonight. Only in New Jersey, and only specifically in Homedale, and only very specifically here at Bell Works. I'm going to engage in some fucking... What theme song do I want to be fucked to? Chungle Love. You are hired as our new manager, sir. Jay?
Yes.
Let us fuck.
Jay and Silent Bob, get on, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you.
Good God, that took a lot out of me. That's the first time I've had sex with Jay as a 50-year-old.
And been a top.
Yes. Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, of Homedale, New Jersey, and other places. Have you had a good time this evening? I cannot thank you enough for coming out and being with us here tonight on this very special, epic 10-year anniversary edition of our show. But there is no show whatsoever without the man who is always to my left, personally and professionally, for the last 30 years, ladies and gentlemen. Give it up for the one and only American iconic original Jason fucking Mewes.
Thank you. Thank you, guys.
And that is Jay and Silent Bob Get Old for this evening, for this year probably. I'm Kevin Smith.
Jason Mewes.
Pull up to the crib, I'm equipped with the brush strokes. Cutthroat from the low, when no love goes. Women buddy like it's been that. When it fuck me looking at the bill stack. Off the bubbly buddy, I've been stressed out. Let the smoke scream from my chest out. Niggas laced up, I really hate love from a stranger. Shit is fake stuff, only need it from you. Yeah, crash land in the palm of my hand. Bad little flex, wanna play by the coast. Carry the torch, I'm way up, it's litty wherever we float. I came from the cold, used to rest on the floor. I stitch up my wounds, was born a soldier. Flipping the struggle, I'm taking it worldwide. Hold it down when you talk to me. Say it is what it's supposed to be. Say it loud, but I mean it too, yeah. Talk that good when you talk to me. Say it nice and I give it to you. You know my word is bond, yeah. What we on now is wild, shit a trip, yeah. Life is lit, take a breath.